You're born high up in the branches, cradled in a nest that's more a miracle of balance than a masterpiece of design. It's nothing glamorous, just a rough stack of sticks barely held together by chance and instinct. But it's home. Mom and Dad flutter around you proudly, calling out like they've built a sky-high palace. You wouldn't call it luxury, but it does the job. The nest is crowded. Your siblings are loud, demanding, and just as desperate for food as you. Politeness doesn't exist here. If you want to eat, you've got to squawk the loudest and push the hardest. Survival isn't about fairness. It's about volume and timing. Mom stays close, her feathers warm against the cold air, while Dad takes on the food runs. He's tireless, flying back and forth with worms, bugs, and whatever else he can find. Sometimes he brings back things that definitely weren't meant for crows, but you eat them anyway. Desperation makes strange meals. Now and then helpers, unrelated crows, show up to assist. They're the unpaid interns of the bird world, showing up when the nest gets too chaotic to handle alone. In the beginning, your meals are soft, half-digested, and served straight into your beak. It's not gourmet, but you're in no position to complain. After a couple of weeks, the menu gets an upgrade. Beetles, caterpillars, the occasional half-crushed worm. You're growing quickly and your appetite seems endless. Beyond the edge of the nest lies a world you don't understand yet. For now, all you care about is not falling. One wrong step and it's a long, unforgiving drop. At around 4 weeks old, Mom decides you're ready for flight school. You flap your awkward wings with more hope than technique. Your first try ends in a clumsy flop onto a nearby branch. Not graceful, but not fatal. The second try? Worse. You miss everything and land face first in a pile of dead leaves. You play it cool, pretending it was all part of the plan. After several rough attempts and bruised pride, you finally stay in the air. It's exhilarating, until you realize you have no clue how to land. You aim for a branch and slam into it sideways. But hey, you're flying now. That's progress. Flight changes everything. Suddenly, you're expected to keep pace with your family. Mom swoops through trees like it's nothing. You flail behind, more like a broken kite than a bird. There's no time to rest. Hawks are watching and they love easy targets. You are a very easy target. Finding your own food becomes the next challenge. Mom points out a beetle and you confidently dive, straight into the dirt. Mom just stares. You're starting to get the feeling she's questioning your genetics. But you're a crow and crows learn fast. You watch. You mimic. You see how older crows flip leaves to reveal bugs, break open nuts by dropping them from heights, and scavenge the best scraps. You copy everything until it makes sense. Danger education is next. You don't instinctively know which animals want to eat you, so you follow the veterans. When you hear that sharp, urgent caw, you don't ask questions, you dive for cover. Over time, you learn to recognize the shapes of predators in the sky, the rustle of danger in the grass, and when silence is more valuable than sound. Social skills come with practice. Adults communicate constantly, with calls, gestures, even subtle body language. You learn what each signal means: warning, approval, annoyance, curiosity. You figure out who to follow, who to avoid, and how to exist in a crowd without causing chaos. It's a lot, but you adapt quickly. Then there are the humans, lumbering giants with food in their hands and unpredictability in their actions. You learn where they drop their leftovers, how to steal unnoticed, and which ones to avoid. The funny thing? You remember faces. If one of them ever wrongs you, you don't forget. Payback is more than personal, it's strategic. Eventually, you realize your world is bigger than just your immediate family. There's the murder, your extended social group. It's a loud, messy, chaotic community, but somehow it works. If one crow finds food, word spreads in seconds. Everyone shows up. It's not cooperative so much as opportunistic, but more eyes mean more chances. The murder isn't just about food. It's your security system too. One alarm call sets off a chain reaction. Within moments, the whole flock mobilizes. Screaming, dive bombing, harassing predators until they retreat. It's loud. It's aggressive. It's highly effective. You keep watching, keep learning. You learn the unspoken hierarchy, the subtle ways dominance plays out, and how to maintain respect without getting into fights you can't win. The murder might seem like chaos to outsiders, but it's organized in its own way. You're part of something bigger now. As you grow older, your focus shifts. You start exploring on your own. You learn to forage solo, testing your instincts in new places. One day you hit the jackpot, a whole sandwich just sitting on a bench. Another day you bite into plastic. Trial and error as always. Being alone has its downsides. No lookout to warn you. No backup in a fight. You become sharper, faster, more cautious. A rustle? Freeze. A shadow? Fly. You avoid predators by seconds, sometimes just barely. You nearly become lunch more than once, but you survive. Then one day you're foraging, minding your own business when a fox lunges out of nowhere. You panic, wings flapping furiously as you barely escape to a low branch. The fox leaps, snapping at your tail. You scream the alarm call. Instantly, your murder responds. They swarm the fox from every direction, cawing, diving, harassing. You join in. The fox bolts, overwhelmed by the aerial assault. You perch higher, catching your breath. Crisis over. Stupid fox. Spring arrives. Time to find a mate. You don't rush it. Courtship is serious business. A few flashy flights, a confident call here and there, and eventually she picks you. You cement the bond with grooming and shared meals. Then comes the nest. Together you gather twigs, moss, string, and human garbage. You build high, safer from predators, at least in theory. It's not perfect, but it holds. Your mate lays 3 eggs. She stays put, warming them. You do everything else. Food, security, vigilance. When the chicks hatch, the real work begins. Both of you are non-stop, feeding, protecting, teaching. The chicks are insatiable. Helpers arrive again, eager but often in the way. Life doesn't slow down. You still scramble for food, compete for scraps, dodge predators. Some humans feed you, others chase you off. One minute you're picking fries off the sidewalk, the next you're dodging a broom like it's a sword. But there are peaceful moments too. You experiment with twigs. You figure out new ways to crack open nuts. You perch high above the world and just watch. Curiosity drives you. It's your best trait, and sometimes your biggest flaw. Then one day everything changes. You're perched on a branch, thinking about nothing in particular, when a hawk strikes. Silent. Fast. You don't even see it coming. One moment you're there, the next you're falling. Later, a human walks by. They see your body and pause. They kneel down, tilt their head. Maybe they murmur something, regretful, confused, unsure. They don't understand what happened. From that day on, they never let him forget. Every time he steps outside, he's bombarded, screamed at, dive-bombed, harassed. He has no idea why. But the crows remember. They always do. You're gone. But your presence lingers, in the tricks you taught,